Big up, guys. What's happening? Liverpool Prophet back again with another match reaction. A sunny day today, guys. The weather's nice outside. The sun is out and it's relatively warm. Out by the seaside over in Brighton, it finishes Brighton 2, Liverpool 1. Yeah, inconsistencies about people. It's very much back down to reality straight off the back of that impressive win midweek in the Champions League. Liverpool trash, and we're going to get into it. We're going to get into all of that, people. So before we do that, drop a like on the video, sub to the channel. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down below, Liverpool fans. Interested to hear what you guys think of the game. Also, people, turn notifications on so you know whenever future content drops with lives and with pre-records. Having said that, let's waste no more time, people. Let's waste no more time and get straight into it. Brighton 2, Liverpool 1. Look, what did I say after my match reaction on Wednesday? I said it's very important that Liverpool now take the momentum, the feel-good factor from that win into the game on Saturday against Brighton. I said in the UCL, our form has been good, our performances have been good, and our results have been good in the UCL. However, I also said when it comes to Premier League games, when it comes to league form, we're terrible and our results haven't been good. I thought Wednesday could have been a turning point. I genuinely felt Wednesday could have been a turning point and the lads could have sat there and said after the game, you know what, lads, we're now going to kick on in the league. We're going to kick on in the league, beat Brighton this Saturday, put in a good performance, put our league form right, put some pressure on Chelsea, Villa and Manchester United, and we're going to have a strong end to the season. Obviously, the total opposite was said because today the performance was flat and just dejected. I mean, what can I even say? The performance was very, very bad. It was very bad. Just looked leggish, slow, looked tired even. Why? I just don't understand. How can you look so impressive midweek against Galatasaray and then you serve up that on a Saturday afternoon a couple of days later in the league? How? Like, how? Oh my God. Just when I thought maybe, just maybe we can turn a corner. Just maybe Liverpool can find some rhythm and have a strong end to the season and go again next year. What happens? We serve that up. A performance like that and a result like that. Back to reality. This is why we don't get carried away, people, when we have these one-off results. And let's be honest, our one-off results have come in the Champions League. We haven't had very good league results, but when we've had very good results, impressive wins, Wednesday, Karabag, Marseille, all our good results have come in the UCL. But these one-off results shouldn't excuse the fact that we're still playing poorly. It shouldn't. You know what I'm saying? Just because we're playing well in the UCL doesn't mean it can get away with us. We can get away with being crap in the league. No, we can't afford to write the Premier League off. We can't. Like I said yesterday, the Premier League is vital. We cannot afford to write the season off because we're still in a top 5 race. We're falling further and further behind now, by the way, after the last 2 results. Winless in 3, Wolves 2-1 loss, Tottenham at home last week 1-1, and today another 2-1 loss. We're winless in 3, so we're falling further and further behind United, which I think we're not going to catch them now. And Chelsea and Villa are still above us. All my life, how... Yet again, had an opportunity with United dropping points to put pressure on Chelsea, Villa, and put pressure on United, and we scrambled it yet again. Yet again, we scrambled it. The lineup was weird to begin with. Why was Slot playing a 4-1-3-2? What was that all about? Why was he playing a 4-1-3-2? You're playing Gravenberch as 1 DM, and then you're playing McAllister, Wirtz, and Szoboszlai as a 3, and you're playing Gakpo and Ekitike up top. What was that all about? Why not just do a 4-3-3 or a 4-2-3-1? What the fuck? Why is he doing a 4-1-3-2? What the hell was that all about, for starters? Ekitike got injured very early on in the game, unfortunately. He was down. He went off the pitch, but he didn't come. But to fair play to him, he did come back on, but he was done. He couldn't continue. He was hurt, so he had to go off the pitch relatively early, straight down the tunnel. Fingers crossed, it's nothing too serious. Obviously, we've heard that Alisson Becker is unfortunately now going to be out for 6 weeks. The injury that we thought was nothing has turned out to be worse. He's going to be out for 6 weeks, so we probably won't see Alisson for the rest of the season now, until next year, which is a bad thing when you look at the games we've got coming up. Salah, of course, is out. Should be back after the break, though. And now Ekatike has picked up a knock. Fingers crossed that Ekatike knocks nothing too serious. Fingers crossed he's okay and he's able to be back after the break. If not, I guess we're kind of lucky that Isak's going to be back after the break. So if Ekatike is missing and has to take some time out because of the injury, we have got Isak coming back through. So we're lucky in that sense. However, I hope Ekatike is okay and it's nothing too serious. Fingers crossed. Hoping and praying. But yeah, people will probably say the result might have been different if Hugo stayed on the pitch. I genuinely don't. I genuinely don't think that Hugo staying on the pitch would have made much of a difference to the result. I still think we probably would have lost. Brighton, to be fair, I said they were going to be up for it. I said, being the home team, the day was nice as well. Typical day at Brighton, out by the seaside. The sun was out. I said they'd be up for it. And they were. They were up for it. They were pressing high. They were very energetic. And they played their football. They didn't sit back. They didn't try and do any dark arts. They played their football. Liverpool just couldn't cope. We just could not cope with them. First half or second half. We let United and Arsenal reject score 2 goals on us. Danny Welbeck. Fair play to him for scoring. I'm not hating on him. But how are you letting Danny Welbeck score 2 goals on us? How? You know what I'm saying? The first goal was shocking. Poor defense. Very poor defensively. The cross goes over everyone. The Brighton player headers it, manages to keep it in play. And it goes to Welbeck, who headers it in. Poor defending from us for that first goal. Their second goal, again, very poor defending. Now, was the goal offside? Was it not offside? I don't know. I haven't seen what other people think of it, so I'm not sure. But to me, it looked a bit offside, but I'm not going to complain about the ref. We didn't lose because of the ref. We lost because our performance on the pitch was crap. So yeah, it's very, very annoying that both the goals we conceded were poor defending, and they could have been prevented. The goal we scored was weird as well. Actually, it came from a Brighton mistake. Milos Kerkez got in, bags. It was a Brighton mistake. I don't know what they were doing. Somehow he scored. So we were given a lifeline at 1-1, but again, we didn't build on it, didn't take it, and Brighton came back in the second half to win. We were so bad, so lethargic. The last 10 minutes, again, we didn't even push on. We didn't even push on in that last 10 minutes to try and get a goal. You know, Brighton were all over us all game. The second half particularly, they absolutely bopped us. Let's be honest, they were bopping us throughout that second half. Again, have a good result midweek, and we can't build on it going into the weekend. You know, now we are sat. I don't know how much points we are behind United, but I believe it's about 8 or 9. Chelsea have got a game against Everton at 5:30 later on today, so they could drop points or they could win. Who knows? And then Villa are playing West Ham tomorrow, which they could probably win or should win. So again, we're chasing. Yeah, we are chasing. You know, if we're struggling now in our easy one, when we're playing Wolves, Tottenham, and Brighton, on paper, who are easy sides, even though they can be difficult. If we're struggling now when we should be picking up the points, what are we going to do when we have to go to Old Trafford away in a couple of weeks? When we have to go to Villa Park in a couple of weeks? When we have to go to Everton in a couple of weeks? You know, when we're going to play Chelsea at home? What are we going to do then? We're really making it hard on ourselves. I don't even know if we get top 5 now. I genuinely don't. Brentford are going to be 1 point behind us, I believe. Someone told me, if they win tonight. It's 10. And also, guys, check this out. It's 10 Premier League defeats for Liverpool now. It is 10 league defeats for us this season. We're the defending champions. What a pathetic excuse of a title defence this has been. 10 league defeats. 10. It's just not good enough, man. It's shocking. The manager picked a weird lineup to begin with, a weird formation. Didn't pay off. And the passion was gone today from Slot. He showed a lot of passion on the touchline on a Wednesday night. That was all gone today. Strange how that disappeared, almost like it was a PR stunt from him. The subs who came on didn't really make an impact. The team overall were just really, really flat today. Flat. And I don't want to hear excuses. I don't want to hear excuses because there's none. What are the excuses? Genuinely, what are the excuses for today? We should have been up for this after that game. Midweek should have been right up for it. Good result, full of confidence, on a good vibe. And we served that up. We served the result like that up. And a performance like that up as well. Credit to Brighton, they won the game. Completely deserved. Our record at the Amex is terrible, by the way, recently. Our last win away at the Amex was 2022. 21-22 season, early 2022, when we won 2-0. We lost there in 22-23. We lost there when we drew there in 23-24. We lost there last season, and we've lost there this season as well. Our record's not good there, and that's something that needs to be rectified next season. As for us, look, I don't think we finish in the top 5. I'm genuinely starting to feel like we're gonna finish outside the top 5 places because we're just really, really bad. We are really, really bad at the moment. Um, really bad. All we can hope for is Chelsea remaining consistent, which is embarrassing to say that we have to rely on them being crap for us to get something out of the season. And we have to rely on Villa being inconsistent as well, which again is embarrassing to say. We have to rely on other teams being crap for us to finish in the top 5 because we can't do our own thing on the pitch. Winless in 3 games, couldn't beat Wolves away from home, who were dead and out. Couldn't beat a struggling Spurs side with all those injuries, who were absolutely the worst team in the league at that point. And we couldn't beat Brighton today. And people think we're going to beat PSG in the next round of the Champions League. Yeah, come off it, man. Come off it. We're going to get absolutely destroyed by PSG. Home and away. Home and away, man. Let's cut the BS. If we can't even beat Brighton away from home, respect to them, what are we going to do against Paris Saint-Germain? Let's stop living in a dreamland here and let's be realistic. The season has been nothing short of a disgrace. And anyone who tries to defend Arne Slot and anyone who tries to defend the season as a whole is part of the problem. They're part of the problem because they're accepting low standards and mediocrity. Again, another opportunity blown. Could have put some pressure on United. Could have put some pressure on Chelsea and Villa. Now, all 3 of them clubs are laughing at us because they're probably going to win their games. And Brentford will probably win as well to make it even worse. We need to fix up after this break. We need to fix the fuck up. Fix our league form up. And fix our... Well, we do well in the Champions League anyway, so we'll probably be up for the Paris Saint-Germain game, strangely enough. But the league form has to be sorted out. We can't keep playing well in Europe and performing like this in the league the weekend after. We can't. We have to start picking up in the league as well and picking up some fucking points and putting them on the board. If Slot wants to win the Champions League, the league off, he better fucking win the Champions League. That's all I'll say. You better win the Champions League because if we go out of that and you've been the league off and we're well behind the top 5, we are screwed because we'll be playing Conference League or Europa League. So what Slot wants to do going ahead now, whether he wants to continue to take both competitions seriously or whether he wants to just give up on the league and focus on Europe, you better fucking win the Champions League if that's what you want to do. Shocking result, shocking performance, shocking display, shocking day. Again, back to reality. Good result. Good result on Wednesday night. Full of confidence, thinking, can we push on now at last? Nope, we can't. Here we go. Back to being shit again. Back to being rubbish in the league. But yeah, people, that's all for today's match reaction. Don't want to say much more because I'll just end up going on a rant. But yeah, drop a like on the video if you haven't already done so. Sub to the channel, of course. Turn notifications on. Liverpool fans, do get down below in the comments. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on that game. Do let me know everything down below. I want to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions on it. I'll be back tomorrow live for, we'll discuss this game in a bit more detail, so stay tuned for that, people. Having said that, today was a bad day at the office again. I've said that a lot this season. I can't wait for the season to be over. I genuinely cannot wait for the season to be over. Thank God there's only 6 games left. Thank God there's only 6 games left in this league campaign, in the Premier League campaign, because it needs to end. It needs to end for our sanity. But yeah, big up to every single one of you. I'll speak to you guys tomorrow. Liverpool profit out. See you in a bit. Peace. Big up.